Hello, it's Oren Prunken, and today I want to talk to you about the rise of chatbots. Now, a lot of people are seeing Facebook Messenger have chatbots that communicate with people that land on Facebook pages. Now, chatbots are not new in the online space at all. They've been around on websites for a number of years, but like everything in marketing and sales, it has been in existence well and truly before the online and digital space, even though that's the phenomenon we're actually living through right now. In fact, it has been around for more than 100 years. I'm writing a case study book actually that breaks down a lot of old ads that are from well and truly before the last 100 years, and in fact before that even so. And the reason I'm doing that case study book as a tangent is because all of those ads are now out of copyright, so they're in the public domain, and that's one of the reasons why I'm doing it. But also in doing so, I'm reading through all of these ads, and everything that exists now was well and truly in play and enforced back then, and in fact has been around since humans have been communicating with other humans, trying to quote unquote sell, persuade, convince other humans to do things that they weren't normally going to do. And that is, the definition of sales. But this stuff has been around ever since then, and the medium, although it has gone digital now, does not matter. The principles have all still been the same. And the same with chatbots, right? So chatbots have been online on websites for quite some time. They've only just made their way into messaging platforms. And my prediction that I made a couple episodes before was that private messaging is going to be a upcoming channel. The whole debate around privacy, around social. So communication went social. Now it's going to probably go into private communication because of privacy. So that was a bit of a tangent, but so what's the best way to go about using chatbots? So as I said, chatbots were happening on websites, but it's been happening in person. So when I was 14 3/4, literally on the day of the month that I turned 14 3/4 in South Australia, that's the age legally you can be to go get a job. And because I was mucking around in school and I wasn't doing too well in school, and I was out like selling stuff, recycling bottles and doing all kinds of things like selling trading cards and building websites and blah blah blah. My mum said you should go get a job, at least that way you will be occupied. And I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I want some money. So I went and got a job, and actually that's not quite true. My mum got the job for me. It was funny, we went down to Big W, which is a retail kind of warehouse in South Australia, and we both walked up to the front desk, and she asked for the manager. The manager came out, and she basically said, I want my son to have a job. And the manager said, yep, sure, we need people, come back tomorrow. And I had my interview with him, and then basically my mum got me the job, and it was awesome. And I learned a ton through retail in terms of customer service and sales. That's where I kind of got my foundational skills with all of that stuff. But at big retail stores like Big W, they have door greeters, in-person door greeters that stand at the door, and obviously as people walk in, they greet them, and as people walk out, they say goodbye. Also check bags for security and things like larceny, but also they are basically the old school chatbot, and I'll explain what their role is and how they should be best used in a second. But I also remember back when Harris Scarf had elevators in the city. You'd get in the elevator at whatever floor, and there would be a door greeter in the elevator, and as you go up or down the elevator, as you would get to the next floor, the person would then read out all of the different departments that were on that level, so you knew where to go, and if you had a question, they would answer for you. So this is where I'm going with this episode, is that the pure and the sole purpose of a chatbot is to be the in-person doorkeeper. In other words, to go and qualify the person that is coming in to the store or to the website, or if you're on social, to the page. Is not to sell. I see so many people and chatbots on pages that I go to that automatically pop up and try to sell me a product. That is not the purpose of a chatbot. The purpose is to greet the person, make them feel welcome, and then qualify them by asking them, what do you need, what are you looking for, and so on and so forth. And the opposite, an implicit statement within qualifying, is also disqualifying people as well, making sure that people are the right fit, and also disqualifying those people that are the wrong fit. That is the only person of a door greeter, aka a chatbot. Not to sell, but I'm also going to contradict what I'm about to say is the added advantage of technology around chatbots that didn't exist so easily. There were ways around it back in retail, and still retail now, but back in retail when I worked there in the 90s, was that you are able to go and follow up on chatbots and with Facebook messages. So you do have that follow-up capacity. Now that follow-up capacity allows you to take them through a sales process and a sales journey. But like always, it's really tempting to sell people that are unqualified off the bat. So yes, you should be following up with people, but only those that are qualified to want the next thing in the sales journey. And that may or may not be a product, depending on how big your funnel and pipeline is that goes through after they have initially contacted you. But the real purpose of a chatbot is to greet and qualify, just like what happens in bricks and mortar in-person retail stores, and that's how you should be using it, not the way the majority of people use chatbots, which is to sell. And yes, technically you are selling people on the fact that they should qualify themselves, but I'm getting a bit deep into the philosophy and a bit esoteric on what selling is, and that's why sometimes I say in quotation marks. But how most people use selling is to actually sell product and ask for money, and that's not what I'm talking about in general terms when I'm talking about selling. Just selling someone on the idea of the next thing that you want them to do. So hopefully this is useful for people that are looking at Facebook Messenger and Facebook Messenger chatbots, or even chatbots on websites, but even bricks and mortar stores in the retail space that have door greeters, or not even door greeters, that are smaller than that and have someone behind a counter. How can that person be, quote unquote, the door greeter and or the digital version, the in-person version of a chatbot? And it can be done through things like email or SMS or telephone, all as well. So it doesn't matter what the channel is, it's the messaging that is important and the intent behind that messaging. So hopefully this is useful, and until we talk next time, I want you to go out, try this out, let me know how you go. I love hearing feedback from people, and until we talk next time, have a fantastic day and goodbye.
Thanks for listening, and if you like what was on here and want more, please go to orenprunken.com.